fresh meat. Ich möchte ein Schnitzel of Englander. And he used to get bit to bits in the summer because we lived right next to the River Rhine. It was brilliant. What are you doing? It's insane. Stop his nuts. Oh, this would be so much better as one of the mad races where you've got to try and kill each other, and then someone turns up in a completely cheap car.
Yeah.
Let's just nip to Mugelina in his. Look at that. That's very nice. White and blue. That's very, very.
Let's get the qualifying going then.
Oh, okay. So is Matt racing? He's loading. His washing machine, presumably. I don't know. 5 people watching now. Is Matt streaming? Are you streaming yet, Matt? Is Vine streaming? Have you sent me a thing yet, Matt? Matt. Vines. Link. The young man's not organised. I thought his young brain.
I've been trying to get drivers in.
Oh, you've been trying to be organised in that. What do you want them for?
Alright. Let's go. Matt can join. Richie's on his way to work. I've put a thing into their.
Sorry.
I've put a thing into their stuff. Into like ducks and.
Spitzel, and it's very good grammar. Den, one of the 12 articles in German, which make life very difficult for English people because we've got the.
Alright.
What are we doing?
Okay. Well, I'm now streaming and everything's working now. Mostly.
You're streaming?
Yeah. I'm streaming on the DWP. I will send you a link to that.
You won't be live on Channel 4 because their racing is always late. It's on at 10:30 tonight, apparently, so I won't be watching that. Plus, it's going to be really annoying because their commentators are now pants and their coverage is. I mean, okay, I watched the highlights on YouTube from Sky of qualifying yesterday because I'd just seen this thing about where Lewis Hamilton came in qualifying, and I'm like,
yeah.
I've got to see this. And then young Schumacher, Mickey Schumacher, had a very nasty accident.
Yes.
It wasn't the accident. It wasn't. I know. I mean, Dyke Bob had a little discussion about Schumacher yesterday, but you know, he comes around. It's nasty. It's a street circuit. You've got walls there. It's not good. But the camera angle was useless. You've got this. You've got a chicane, and they've got the camera looking at the chicane so that the car appears, and then. So in other words, you didn't see anything about why this would be happening. What idiot decides this is a good idea? This is like watching Big Brother. I mean, in Big Brother, they even have cameras in the toilet. But in Formula 1, God no. I mean, like, you want to see someone taking a crap? No. But apparently you don't want to see actual driving on a racing circuit. No. God, what is wrong with this world? Anyway, where were we? Carry on. Where's Matt? I miss Matt. Where's Matt to tell me sensible things and get his keyboard working? Right. So, I am going to put in the chat the link to the DWP, which I've now subscribed to. It's now got. I have, because I'm training to be a politician. I now have increased the subscribers to the DWP series YouTube channel by nearly 50%. It's actually a third, but I'm a politician now, so it's nearly 50%.
Yep. You've already been told to shut up by Phil.
Phil! Good old Phil. Oh, but hold on. This is the guy that asked me to do Why?
Hey Phil. Just on board with Ian at the moment on my one.
You know me. And I paid you in chocolate. There you go. So it's one of these ones where I've got... Okay, again, people listening, I'm clicking between 2, possibly 3 chats. So if someone says something to me in one chat, I might not see it. So if Darren turns up and I don't see it, don't cry. I still love you, even though you've got that goatee.
There you go, first time's coming in.
If Jack and Matt join, what about the quali now, says Richie.
What we'll do, if they join, we will back out and then I'll quickly do the host setup and get them in. Or we can
Which you can do in GTS.
We can do that in GTS. Or if they join during the next race, they'll just start at the front, I guess, for the race after. Because what it is today is you've got your 10-minute qualifying, a 5-lap sprint race, and then a half-hour further race. Yeah, feature event.
Main race, feature event. Oh, good, good. Yes. So you're copying the F1 that's copying British touring cars.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I'm copying touring cars.
That's a better way of doing it, because touring cars, they seem to be able to do it. Yeah. And they also seem to be able to do camera angles, commentators, pit lane reporters, and anchors. You know,
like you actually know what's going on.
Well, they've been doing it for a long time. They know what they're talking about, and then they sack them all because they're not all 5, and probably don't represent some, I don't know, variety of tree that you find in the Amazon. God knows what the Channel 4 are thinking, or whichever channel was doing it. They actually, you know, it's like real expertise, as opposed to experts that go into government. I am an expert. Are you? Yes, yes, yes.
Ian is currently purple.
A year to be one. Right, fastest lap is currently Dykerbub with a 1:55.7.68. Let's go on board.
It is now
with
Ian with a 1:55.66.
Right, okay, I'm gonna. Dykerbub is obviously expecting rain. He knows the area because he's from Deutschland, you know. And I'm going to do that American thing where they assume everybody in a country is from the place they've heard of from Hollywood. So obviously he's from Berlin, even though he isn't anywhere near Berlin. And neither is the Nürburgring. So he's got his windscreen wipers on. Let's go to Ian, who's now the fastest. Fastest in the West. Let's go inside. Racing super softs. Ready for qualifying. Oh, a bit squirrely on the exit there, going on the big curbs, German curbs. Their curbs don't break, and they're very efficient. Carry on, Mr. Christian. Mr. Christian, this is mutiny, Mr. Christian. That's mutiny on the bounty for anybody that wanted to know. Are you friends with Christian? No.
No.
Yeah, I'm not.
Let's go on with Magdalena.
F1 is 6 PM start.
Yep.
All right, Matt. Game crashed. Normal.
Yeah, so we should finish on time, as long as we don't get anything else go wrong. It's the way we've done it, we're starting at 5, is Jeddah, so today's F1 race, and the Interlagos in Brazil F1 race, which starts at 6, which we'll have to make sure we're on time for. And then all the F1 doesn't contradict with any of our other races.
Yes, because you wouldn't want to miss any of that. Apparently. I'm going to go on board with Mugelina. Dirk in his Jag, so you get a different inside. Oh, I'm getting messages from the birthday boy. Happy birthday, Hugh Hattrick. It is his birthday today. I won't tell you how old he is, but his elbows are getting wrinkly now. He's old. Oh, cutting the grass. Mugelina. Cutting the grass. Oh, the beach, bless. I would have gone to the beach, bro. I didn't wake up, so...
what's Jack's player ID?
What?
Is it VQS Jack?
Oh, you took the PSN thing?
Yeah.
Oh, to tell you that, I will have to come out of... It's okay. Everything's going to disappear for a second.
Alright, it's Jack the Motor. Thank you, Richie.
Oh, that's a different Jack. VQS Jack is...
Yeah, that's...
JJ. Jack Bolding Racing.
Bolding.
No, this is Jack LaMotta. He's from Notre-Dame. I don't know why. For some reason I thought he was from Italy yesterday. Yeah. Even though there's a German flag on his thing.
There you go.
Great, isn't it? Oh, Jaleesa's got a penalty. That's bad.
Alright, I've sent a request to you, Jack. After you accept it, make sure you restart your game to join.
Oh, Moomin! Moomin's in. We've got Moomin.
Moomin's in, Matt's in, and hopefully we'll be joined by Jack.
Moomin wants to go at the back. That's fair enough.
That's fair
enough.
Don't we
all?
That's because he knows if he finishes last, he gets to start first in the feature one.
For me, it's like, if I'm not in anyone's way, they're not going to pump me off at the first corner because I'll brake early.
Yes, that is also
That's
true.
the way I look at it.
Especially on this track.
Well, it's got those kind of corners, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I should bring up my thing. I should be a little bit
1,
professional.
2, 3, 4, 5, all very puntable corners.
Yeah, because as everybody knows, the let's get my track map up. All the corners are named after, are in German. They're German names for how to smash into someone. That's what they are. So Coca-Cola Curve, which is the final corner, that means I kill you. How Hacken is turn 1. As in Norbert Howe. So Norbert Howe was in charge when Hacken invented the ability to smack somebody up the rear because they're driving too slow. Then there was the Mercedes Arena, and that is named after the parent company Mercedes, Daimler-Benz. Because Daimler-Benz wanted to sell cars in France, and so their main dealer in France, this is kind of like half true, this bit I'm saying is actually true, insisted that they name the cars after his daughter. Mercedes, that's why the cars are called Mercedes, and everybody knows that if you get in anyone's way in France, they just punt you up the rear, so that's why that's called that. And let's see, Valvoline Curve, well you need lubricant afterwards, which is the Valvoline brand, when you smack somebody up the rear, and so on. We'll get to the rest of them later. What are people saying about me now? Shut up, Andrew, you are an idiot. Oh, Richie's retracted 2 messages, probably swearing at me. Christian, type it in here. So I'd like to welcome DTR Richie into the chat as, we all know, the magical Guinness Fairy. Man so organised.
Oh, damn it. I was typing.
Were you?
What we're going to do, I was going to write, is are people happy to skip the 5-lap race today and just go straight to the feature so we can finish on time for F1?
Okay. So we're not getting all these other people in just to get in the way. I'm going to have to come out, I don't know. I have to come out and go back into it. This is the thing I don't like about this game. Because it has that glitch. Come on, I'm going to spectate. Get on with it. There we go, so an absolutely brilliant start by Mugelina. An absolutely terrible start by Cars, but I think he did it on purpose because basically he just sat there with his brakes on. So that he didn't... Oh, the 2 Germans are having a big fight! Big fight! It's Jaguar versus... Come on. That's better. Jaguar versus Mercedes, or, if you like, you've got a guy with a big British V12 in the front fighting against a guy with a big German V12 in the front. One of them loosely related to Merlin, Rolls-Royce, and the other one loosely related to Daimler. None of these cars have actually got V12s, and they're both German, so it can't be anything to do with anything that you don't mention after 1960 something, I reckon. Oh, no ghosting! That's fantastic. And Ian's gone. Ian's gone.
It's because to get the other guys in.
Oh, but that was fun.
Well, we'll have more fun with more drivers.
No, that's fair enough. I'll give you that. Okay, that's right.
And so we can actually finish on time.
That too. that's fine. No, that's fine. It just he went. Diaco went onto the gravel. Went woohoo!
Right, let's load up.
And so, see, we could say Dirk 1 and 2. We could say Dirk 1 and Dirk A.
What?
So they're both the first Dirks, but with different naming systems.
Yeah, but why are you? Okay, that kind of makes sense, but
because if let's say I called one of them Dirk 2, they will go, why am I the second Dirk? And it's like, that's not very nice. And then I'll have to go, good point. Richie still doing spotting for me. Of course he is, because he's wonderful. Wonderful. We all know that.
Right.
Very nice hair.
So we will have
Wie viel Hif?
It would be Ian, Diaco, Magilina, and then I'm just going to round it with whoever comes up first out of the next four.
Fine. The reason why I'm not in at the moment is so that I don't have to come out and go back in again. I can just go back in again. You know, and it's like, there's nothing to look at the moment. We just have it here. So, tyre wear setting, 5 times. Fuel depletion, 4 times. This is absolutely, this is going to be great. Maximum tyre rating, soft, so you can use the softs and super softs. Oh, no, I'm lying. Oh, maximum. Okay, so it's
so what it would be usually
is softer, more grip. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Change grid order. We've got that one. Me wanted to go to the back, so
we now have 6 whole people driving in this. Well, no, that's good. That's doubled. That has doubled. That's nearly 3. That's approximately 3/4
say that.
more people in politics, political numbers, right? And that's nearly 90%, isn't it? 74.999 recurring percent.
I was going to say a joke about politics, but you know, you got there first.
You can do it now. Go.
No, you've already said it.
Yeah, but you'll do it better. So,
here we go. We've got Ian, Daco, Magilina, Matt, Jack LaMotta, and then Moomin. Who was in the Z3? Z3. It's a Z4 GT3.
We're in. We are ready. We can go between people. Let's get the... Let's do that. Let's go like that.
Off we go.
And nobody wants to go to the first corner. Nobody. That is it's such a cynical approach to racing, but it's clever.
Yeah.
It's clever. That is almost 900% cleverer than not doing that.
Everyone got round turn 1.
Yes, because none of them wanted to go.
No one wanted to go there.
Oh, Ian is aiming at Matt. He's actually literally trying to slipstream him. He's staying right behind him, even when he goes off the track. See, look, he's following him. He's following him. He's my mate. I'm with him. Moomin's. What's Moomin?
Oh.
doing? He's just gone nuts.
Oh, he's enjoying himself.
Of course he's enjoying himself. Oh, dear, so we're just having a little... Let's get back to the racing.
Yeah. So we've got Daco on the softs, Magilina on the mediums, Jack on the softs, Matt on the softs, and Moomin on the mediums.
Brilliant overtaking manoeuvre. Ian on Matt. He'd been following him, leading him into a false sense of security.
So Jack's looking for Magdalena as well. On the outside.
Very competitive. Oh, there's 3 Germans and 3 Brits in this, and in an absolute change of pattern for the last 100 years. You've got the Germans fighting each other, and the Brits just watching them going, not getting involved in this. This is just no chance. Come on. They were side by side. They're going into. Hold on, I need to see what people might be saying. DTI in the house. Come on, Moomin. You got Richie saying, "Come on, Moomin," and Moomin just decided to just, I don't know, have fun at the back. This is great. Let's see. We've got the leader, DWP, on his racing softs, which are already looking like they're wearing.
They're having yeah, it was originally 6 times.
Oh, okay. So you had to reduce it to 4. Fair enough. Oh, the back end of that. Is that an Audi? Is that the Audi? No, it's the Beetle. I mean the Porsche. Sorry.
It's the. Alright, Jack's on Magdalena again.
Yep, up the inside. Up the inside. A little bit touching the brakes. He thought he was going to hit him, and he did. Oh, that's a beautiful drifting slide. So, points for the drift, please. What's the maximum number of points? Is it like out of 100 to do the drifting points? I don't know how drifting works.
I don't know.
Slide, and you should be going straight forward. Come on.
Drifting's changed quite a lot recently. It used to be about, it used to be about like speed, how fast you can get through a circuit, like while sliding. Now it's more style, which is why if you look at new compared to old.
Drifty cars.
Like angle kits and drift cars, the angle on the new cars is like maybe 10-15 degrees more than on the old cars.
Okay. This angle kits, that sounds like someone that really likes geometry started drifting one day and went, I'm going to invent something that makes it much easier to do this, and I'm going to call it after something I did in school because I liked school. That's ironic, because most people that are on games like this spend most of the time on the game and not in school. I mean, I was listening to an interview. The drummer for Red Hot Chili Peppers, Chad, whatever his name is, because he was talking about Neil Peart, my favourite drummer from my favourite band, which some people may know, I may never have mentioned this before, is Rush.
Oh.
And he was talking about how he never used to go to school, he just used to listen to 2112. And you get the same thing with, and play drums. And it's the same thing with...
Ian's on the outside of Magdalena.
Oh! He's there. I'm on Magdalena, but I didn't notice. I need to look back.
He's on the inside.
Oh, he's got on the inside, but it's a chicane, so they're both still on the... Oh! They're having a cuddle, big cuddle.
Ian's on the inside for the next one.
He's got a bit more, that's slightly better, but he's on the inside. Oh, he's got it! He went on the grass. Will there be argy-bargy at this hairpin? No.
He's through.
We've got Simon! Simon in the house! Carry on. The Ford Curve. Now we've got the Dunlop Kehre, because Kehre is Deutsch for hairpin. Coming up to the Schumacher, Michael Schumacher S. Because it's an S and it's named after somebody called Michael Schumacher. Now, this is a German joke. He was a bit cobblers. Get it? Schumacher, cobbler. No? Come on, it means he's a cobbler. Warsteiner Curve, which is a beer. So German that you name part of a racing circuit where it's illegal to drink and drive after a beer. Advanbogen. Advan is some kind of additive. Oh! Now, if only that had happened to Diaco. Because Diaco doesn't like people braking too much in front of him. Because he told me off once for doing that. I just think it would have been ironic. Poor old Ian. Right, let's go and have a look at Jack LaMotta, who's chasing down DWP.
we've got 3 battles now. We've got Lamotta chasing down Diaco, Mugilina and Ian racing each other, and then Matt's down with Moomin.
Moomin? Yes, Moomin has sort of like got fed up with being on his own and wanted to make friends. So he made friends by overtaking Matt, who's also in a Beetle. Beep, beep. The wonderful TMK.
Mugilina's on the outside of Ian. Even with the tyre deficit, he's still battling on.
Nah, he never gives up, this guy. Never gives up. He's watched Galaxy Quest. He knows the saying. Never give up. Never surrender. Basically my mantra at Bathurst. I'm going to be lapped several times, but never give up. Never surrender. Get in people's way. Not actually what I try and do, but it seems to work out that way. Oh! He took that corner much better. Did Mugilina. That was very nice. I did like that livery.
You've seen Daco and Jack Lamotta pretty much have the opposite tyre wear from front to back.
There is a lot more. I'm guessing that's weight distribution because you've got all the weight over the rear wheels, so you get a bit more traction, but you also get a bit more wear. Because your front wheel drive car, if his slip angle, series bit, if his slip angle when he's turning the wheel is higher, then you're going to be.
Well, Mugilina's on the inside of Ian coming into the chicane.
Oh, this is going to end in grass cutting. Will there be a penalty? No. That makes no sense at all. Are the penalties off now? Oh,
they should be on.
Look at him, kicking the back end now.
Flashing his lights.
Ian screaming. I didn't know he doesn't do a German accent, does he? Because he's not German.
He's not.
I will kill you. There you go.
I think Dakabub may be running front brake bias as well. Maybe -2, which is causing his fronts to wear down a lot quicker.
21 minutes of this race left to go. We are on lap 5 of however many it's going to be.
Probably about 15 or 16.
So we have done nearly. Go for it. You ready?
Nearly half of it.
Exactly, nearly 50%. Vote for me, the Prime Minister. But he's being challenged. Big challenge. These two are on their own. Like you say, it's been split into 3 little groups. Pitch battles. It's a pitchfork, but it's the new special type. It's the type that's got 3 prongs. One at the front, one in the middle, one at the back. This is very international because you've got 2 Brits fighting, 2 Germans fighting, and then in the middle it's quite literally a Brit and a German. It's like so balanced. This is how the EU should have been.
Matt's had an issue. He's down racing by himself, 14 seconds behind Moomin.
He's just having fun, mate. He likes driving. I understand this completely. Look at him in that BMW. I don't know how that straight 6 is sounding so high revy, squeaky. That's a bit weird. I've never been a fan of the sound of the BMW exhaust note. It's always been sounding quite tinny to me. A mate of mine had an M3, the E36, I believe, the third one. The one that had 343 brake horsepower and effectively was half of a McLaren F1 engine. 3.1 litre. And a hell of a car, a hell of an engine, great to drive, but it had this kind of tinny buzz on the exhaust. Really weird. Really weird. I wouldn't say no. I mean, if somebody said, "Here, Andy, have one of those." Oh, and by the way, here's all the money to run it. I mean, even before the ridiculous things that's been going on at the moment, you know, where okay, we've got to do the politicians' version, and the politicians' version of fuel increases is now the fuel prices have increased by almost 4%. Because it's opposite. You see, you've got to downplay it. It's not the 54% increase in electricity prices. that's actually happening, according to Martin Lewis, the money-saving expert guy.
Yeah.
So, because I get his emails, 54%. That's about right, because my bills, I've got a predicted bill, and it's like, oh, God. This is not good. But, you know, I'm a politician now, so it's 4%.
Jack getting very slidey on those rears. Wonder when they'll come into pits.
They're not going to come into it.
Probably this lap, surely.
I've got to say, apart
Maybe
from
next
his last lap, he's been pretty consistent in his times, though. Oh, that right, left, that right, left. Oh God, that rear left tyre is absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, so he's going for one more.
Absolutely. When I was doing the Bathurst race with the tyre wear and the practice, I did over 200 laps practice in the week or so before, which is why I could get around the track at all. And I noticed, I found the racing super softs to be pretty good, but even when they wore, okay, they got slidey, but they were predictable. Found the softs to be pants, and the mediums to be quite good. You know, I preferred to be on a medium than on a soft. It was really bizarre. Sure, in that first lap or so, the softs were quicker, but after that point, they were no better.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be just because of my driving and the inability to sort of feel the car properly, but it just seemed a bit strange to me. Diaco is definitely making the most of the fact that his tyres are, I don't know.
They're not very good either.
Very good, but they are, on average, slightly less screwed.
They're not good, they're not awful. They're not awful.
It's a more predictable and neutral car as well, so if you've got the worn tyres, which could have been the thing I was discovering, you know, actually more to do with the car than the tyres, you know. Right, let's go back. Car.
Almost at the halfway point.
Oh no, we are. Oh, fair enough.
We are actually.
Yeah. So the actual. Oh.
We're actually almost there.
Politicians telling the truth. What's going on? Ant. Hello, Ant. Ant has joined us. So I was getting so into whinging about stuff. Hello, Ant. How is Ant doing?
Lina's looking to be in quite a nice position there in third on the medium tyre.
They are really not worn at all.
No.
They are in such good condition. So he will be able to do like a sprint at the end, and he's got a quarter of a tank of fuel left. Let's have a look at the fuel. Oh, top two are in.
Top two are in.
They have plenty of fuel left, but it would have made more sense to me to be on the mediums then, looking at the actual wear of these medium tyres on Mugelina's car, and he's doing a really good job with that. To use a full tank of fuel, start on the medium, full tank of fuel, so that you can get the full tank, and then you can put a little bit less fuel in and go on the softs.
Yep.
So you're lighter.
You're lighter, they'll probably last longer as well because of it, and be faster.
And you can sprint. And it's dead easy to overtake here, you just rear end someone.
There's plenty of corners for it.
Matt's in. And again, actually, his racing softs are also in very good condition, but he's come in very early. Very early. He's come in at the halfway stage. 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes gone. It's all happening. Ant is okay, thanks. Good lad.
So Mugelina currently running in first, but yet to pit.
3.5 seconds. He's got a quarter of a tank left, so I would imagine he's turned his fuel down to get as many laps as possible on these mediums, which would also look after them, would it not?
Yes, it should
because you're not spinning them up so much, not putting so much pressure on them.
It seems to be very smooth around these corners. I can say that because I'm not.
No, that's not what I'm laughing at. I'm laughing at Ant's little comment here. He is very smooth on here. Maybe he knows they're going to have a safety car soon. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, who are you? Massey!
Ian's in. Or on his way in.
On his way in, let's have a look. And his tyres totally destroyed.
Yeah.
And got a third of a tank, so he's... So, Jack LaMotta now on the mediums. He's got 3/4 of a tank, so that should get him to the end, you reckon? With 14 minutes to go?
Yes, it should do.
Yeah,
he had about a quarter of a tank, just less, maybe a fifth left when he came in, so he should be good.
Now,
as long as he
just come
doesn't.
in. His tyres are not in too bad condition either, actually.
No.
I think he's come in a bit early.
Yeah, they're quite a bit worse compared to Michelina's though, for mediums.
Yes, and he's not come in yet. He's still out there.
He's still out there.
Got an eighth of a tank left, so he can get what, another couple of laps?
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably be thinking of coming in soon because he is losing time to Jack LaMotta behind him on these tyres.
Yes, I can see that.
So where that?
But his times are very consistent. According to this, he's pitted 3 times.
Oh yeah.
This program, just when you consider that the Japanese made the Nissan Skyline GTR, which I think is a lovely car. I think it looks quite nice as well. The ones I've seen in real life, the R33 was my favourite.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the 34. It's a bit.
Yeah, it's not as good, is it? Doesn't look as nice.
It doesn't look very special. It's a bit like the Evo 10. It's like compared to the other Skylines, there's something just slightly off.
Oh, it's coming in.
Anyway.
He's listening to you.
Oh,
he's coming because his fuel.
He's almost out of fuel.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay.
So he didn't listen to me. I just predicted something. That's, I can live.
Push. F1 starts in 32 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it should finish.
Is it the race that starts, or is it?
Yeah, it'll be
the talking crap at the beginning that starts.
The formation lap will start at 6. Pretty much exactly as this race ends, the formation lap will be starting.
We are currently. Let's have a look how much fuel he puts in. Let's just see. So he's back in third now. Jack LaMotta, 5.5 seconds ahead of Diaco, who is ahead of Muggelina, who's now been passed by cars. Ian,
it's going to be
no, he hasn't.
Right. He should be fine.
Just computer. It said he got past, but he's actually 4 seconds ahead. That makes no sense.
It's because when you're in the pits, it takes you past you. He overtook him while he was in his pit box before he came out.
So stupid. Anyway, so Matt's at the back, 8 seconds behind on his racing mediums with a icky bicky witty bit of fuel. I bet he's turning it all the way down. 11 minutes to go. Moomin. Now on his racing softs, half a tank of fuel. I think he's done a very clever bit of. He's definitely on what I consider to be the orange flavoured Tic Tacs. There, his Tic Tacs are brilliant.
Yep.
That's anybody out there don't know what I'm talking about. Tactics. I'm saying tactics in a silly way. Right? You don't. Just so you know, Tic Tacs, tactics. It's like growing up. I used to say hostile and hoppostal, or not necessarily. Same. Just the same. Because I'm 52 doesn't mean. It's like in Blackadder. When, Blackadder goes fourth and Baldrich says, I don't like hostables. My dad, when he went in, he went in hospital. When he came out, he was dead. So Blackadder says he was dead when he went in, Baldrich. Anyway. 21 seconds
has
behind.
9 seconds to Darko to catch in 10 minutes.
Okay, well, I'm just going through these now. I know I'm sidetracking a bit, but 21 seconds behind Ian, but a 7.7 seconds. Oh, okay, Matt is catching him up. He's sort of got his groove on, and he's decided he's going for it. Oh, he is actually going for it. Yes. He was.
He's decided he doesn't enjoy just driving around now. He wants to go. He wants to race a bit.
He's flow, and he's having it. So he's catching up with Moomin. Ian, 21 seconds ahead, is only 4 seconds behind Muggelina, but he is. Is he losing a bit of time?
He is losing a bit of time.
A little bit. Because he was like 3.5 seconds when he came out of the pits. Oh, he's pushing though. Look at the slide, look at the slide, look at the slide.
He is on the mediums. He's got plenty of tyre to push with.
Ant's just so that he knows someone that can't say home and away. They say home and away. Fair enough?
Yeah.
To get home and away. Yeah, he definitely needs time. So 4.75 seconds ahead of cars. Ian is Mugelina Dirk, who is now. We were talking about this earlier, and I wanted to say that my favourite GT3 car to drive, one of my favourites, is the F-Type, because it is so benign. It has no nasty surprises. It's got plenty of power, plenty of speed, but it's very controllable. I found it quite nice to drive, you know.
Yeah, it's even better in GT7.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, I think it'll be about 5 years before I find it out, because I presume it's expensive.
I think it's only normal GT3 price, but it was dragging up against the Ford GT.
Oh, which you drove yesterday very brilliantly. Cost you enough though. It looks nice though. So let's see. Is he catching him up? Look at this time. Whoa! Look at the. His last lap was a 1:55.8, which is 4 seconds faster than his previous fastest time.
Yeah. It's also 4 seconds faster than Daco's times. 1:57.
But Daco's on a medium now. You see, they've swapped. So you got your racing softs with a lighter fuel tank and a medium.
However, you've got Jack the Motor, who set the fastest lap of the race on those mediums.
Whoa! But that makes no sense. Why is Mugelina's 1:55.8? Is that because it was on the way out of the pit?
Yes, I think it was his outlap.
Okay.
So his actual laps are 1:57s.
1:57.420. Yes, so that's
still
8 tenths.
2-3 seconds.
8-9 tenths slower than Jack LaMotta's fastest time.
Yeah.
But he's on a soft. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Alright, so Mugelina is looking to catch up in the last 6 minutes 40 seconds. Daiko's pushing though. Push! Push!
What is it? Usually people say you need to be lapping 2 seconds faster to make an overtake.
I'm saying it doesn't translate in text, bro. It sounds stupid when you say it. Well, it's meant to, isn't that the point? Home and away.
I think it's home and away.
Away! Home and away! God, they're so bad.
We have got Jack's pulling quite a lot of time on Daco at the moment, though.
Yes. So okay. So we were on that because.
Speaking of penalties, Ian has picked up a penalty, so they are on.
Is burning it off though, doing that brilliant thing that they do.
And away he goes again.
Oh, Matt's having fun here, I can tell.
Yeah.
He's doing that thing where he's kind of pushing on, you know, but no sort of stupid slides, no trying too hard. It's just flowing. I like that. Mumi's doing a great job. I mean, look at that. Considering that he spent quite a lot of time at the back going, he's 37 seconds ahead of Matt and 18 seconds
jumping over the
Ian.
curbs.
Jumping over the curbs, though. So let's get to the front and have a look at this gentleman here who has the fastest lap. He's a little bit slow. He's pushed, obviously push, but 5 minutes to go. His last lap was a 1:57.1, which is still pretty quick.
Yep.
So his times are, his last 4 laps is 1:56.8, 1:57.8, 1:56.5, and a 1:57.1. So
that's funny how yours says 1:56.5 and mine says 1:56.8.
Lap 9 is 1:56.8.
All right. Oh, and then
lap 11 is 1:56.572, the fastest lap.
All right.
Put your glasses on.
Now the question is, will Mugelina catch Daco in time? How many laps? Maybe 2 laps left after this one?
Oh, let's see. So we're doing an approximate 2 minute a lap. So possibly only 2 laps to go.
Yep.
In fact, because it's 4 minutes.
Maybe 3 laps for the leader.
Minutes. Yeah, and of course it's going to do a really annoying thing where it finishes people further back before it finishes people in the middle.
Yeah.
What? Why? Okay, so he's got 3 minutes for 50 going over the line. He's 15 seconds ahead of Diaco. Yeah, so he'll finish this lap, but not finish the next lap. Is that how it works, or is it? It goes to 0, then it goes over the line?
I think you get maybe like a 5-10 second buffer after it hits 0 to get to the line. I don't think it just like when you get 0. I don't think the next across the line.
So the only thing we can say for sure is
we don't know.
Well, that is true. That's about.
That's the only thing we can say. But yeah, it'll definitely 2 laps for Daco. That's what I'm gonna say.
I was studying a course when I was 29 years old. Okay, and went on like a. Oh, he's pushing hard though and sliding, and his medium tyres are wearing now, mate.
Regilina's softs are not.
That car, is it a combination of the car and the driver? The
F-Type is very good, and he is very smooth with it.
Stay on board with Magdalena because
he's
right
in the slipstream now. Half a second.
He's currently able to read the writing on Diaco's. I can't think of anything funny to say. I want to say, can pat him on the arse. Something like that. He's really close. He's really close behind now.
0.2.
I'm doing a James Allen where I'm trying to think of something clever to say and just sounding like a twat. There was a campaign when James Allen replaced Murray Walker, and I liked James Allen. He was great as a pit lane reporter, really knew his stuff, and he really wanted to be a commentator.
Will he go for it?
Yeah.
Yep, he is.
Oh, and he's got him! He's got so much more grip because.
Can he keep on the track? Speaking of a tap on the bum.
Of course, he sort of he outbraked himself going in and was a compromise. Daco's got no grip. He's got no grip.
He's got no grip. He's a little bit of a.
The front let go, the back let go.
Yeah.
It's funny that one, isn't it? Because sometimes it looks like the front's gone, but it's actually the back's gone. And you're having to counter steer.
Yeah. To
save it. So he's now 6 seconds behind, but he's got a good 24 seconds. Back to Ian, who's got his tyres in better condition and he's pushing. So Jack LaMotta has started lap 15. There is 1 minute and 10 left.
How far is he in? So it's going to be very close.
It's going to be close, but we'll stay on board with him.
It depends what the car does. If
something's happened in the last lap, he's either decided to slow right down.
He's probably
had a mistake because it's 1:59. It's 2 seconds slower than
he's probably seen his gap in his tyres and sort of just making sure he gets the car home.
Bring it home, as Jackie Stewart used to say. Bring it home.
So I'm going to say it's probably going to finish on lap 15, as long as the game actually does what it's supposed to. But you know.
30 seconds to go. We'll find out soon. He's definitely not going to get. He's pushing there. Oh dear. His tyres are now looking wary. That right, left, doing it again.
Right, left. Well, all four of them are pretty bad.
Rear, yeah, but the left rear is the one that was giving up when he went round that bend there, because it's a clockwise circuit. This makes sense. If we're at Brazil, not only will we'd be more bored, we would also.
And that's time up. Will it finish the race? Yes, it will.
Yes, it did.
And a lovely projection across the line.
Did a pirouette. I think you did a very good job there. You should become an expert, but only if they'll pay you. Otherwise, just be an idiot like the rest of us.
Magdalena coming across in second. Nothing fancy.
And he's going to make a bit of money because those tyres are in such good condition. He'll be able to sell them second hand.
Yep.
There's
Daco. He's looking to a spin. There it is.
Oh. Have you noticed on Gran Turismo 7 you get bits flying off the front of your car or whatever when you hit things? Oh, that's quite a nice little touch. That's just like, oops, chip the paint. But they've got that thing where you've got to pay credits. Oh, Ian struggling to get around the car. Ian's trying to do a fancy pirouette before he gets anywhere near the line. Going round the
there he is. And here's Moomin flashing his lights.
Not that far behind, man.
No.
It was only 4
Lovely
seconds. 5
P5.
seconds
What?
behind.
The AI can't drive.
He can't lose the back end. This is going to be good. You've given enough time at the end for everyone to finish, which I love. I like that. I really like that.
I should have anyway. I think I put it to like 2 minutes or so. I'm not sure. I can't see.
Minute left. Let's go around the corner. Look, oh, nice line there. Nice line there. Not losing the back
Lovely.
end. Tyres in good condition as well. There we go. He's going to showboat. Oh, we did the showboat where he went to the wall, but no spinning. So we have Yamamoto, Angelina, Diaco. It's stop and tell.
Diaco.
It's right.
Followed by.
I didn't say it. Sorry. Hold on. I keep forgetting.
And there is Jack the Motor for a victory with the fastest lap.
It's right. First thing I'm going to do is save the replay because I keep forgetting. Next thing I'm going to do race results. Right, LMP, Jack LaMotta from sunny land of the Deutsch. In his 911 Beetle, came first. 16 seconds ahead of Mugelina, also from the Deutsche Land. In his F-Type Group 3, he'll be anybody who wants to buy second-hand racing softs, he's got them, and they're in good condition. 24 seconds back is Diakobob, who is from Germany. Strangely, and he is in his AMG GT3 with that amazing thunderous V8. Also in the GT3 you've got cars representing the Brits. Then there was Moomin, who was only 4 or 5 seconds behind him, and then TMK, Matt, the Merkaba King, racing 4444444, also in a Beetle, bringing up the rear, but honestly, he looked like he was having a lot of fun there.
Yeah,
and
a very tidy race, nice in the flow.
Very tidy race. We have got. I just want to say something that Pagan Ants has put on there. He goes, I just read something. People who have not had COVID properly don't have friends, apparently.
I don't have COVID. I've not had
it. I may have had Omega just before Christmas. I felt a bit rough for the first time in the 2 years. But this is part of the COVID thing, is that there were people that, I literally don't go out. I'd spent 2 years not going out. Ended up with chest pains because I don't go out, and anxiety and all that kind of stuff, and yet I still probably got it just before Christmas because that's how virulent it is. It's a minimum of 56 times more virulent, contagious, better word, than flu. Okay, that's how it works. It's like 1.5 to 3 times more contagious than flu when the first version. Delta was 6 times more than that, and Omicron was 6 times more than that. So, in other words, bugger what you can do to stop yourself getting it. So, just deal with it.
Stay away from people.
However,
just stay on your own.
No, but it doesn't, you see, because that's the point. It's airborne, it's here, and it's a respiratory virus. It floats about. It's here now, and it's very, very contagious now. But fortunately, it's also very, very what's the opposite of deadly?
Weak.
Benign. There's a good word. It's very benign. So it's here. Fastest lap. Jack LaMotta.
With a
156 thingy thing.
156.572 on the medium tyre.
On the medium tyre, on lap 11. That's impressive, Jack.
I think that's his first. That was his first lap on the mediums, wasn't it? Lap 11. Actually, no.
First full lap. No, it wasn't.
No, that'd be second or third lap.
Something like that, yeah. Because remember, we were talking. There was like 5 laps. We were going through the times. It wasn't his first, and it wasn't his final, where he was much lighter.
Yeah, because it was the lap after Mugelina pitted.
Who's driving round now? Someone's driving round. Let's see.
It's
no,
Matt.
I'm not going to join the race. Yes, you got Matt and Jack LaMotta.
Yeah.
No, Jack's in the pits, having fun.
Right. Yeah, no worries, Darko. Thanks for hopping in. And now I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you everyone for joining, and I hope you'll join us in the next race.